All right, hello, good morning, everybody. Coming to you today in front of a new setup. So a new setup that I was using today. So I took things a little bit slow and easy, and then I also messed up some stuff along the way. So there are three trades we're going to break down today. If things look weird or not quite right or wonky, I'm sorry. I'm still working on getting everything worked out. So let me know what looks weird or wonky down below because I have a whole bunch of stuff that's new. Well, really one main thing that's new, but it changed everything else. So there's going to be a video coming out about it Thursday, taking a look at the whole setup. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But for now, let's go. Let's trade. All right, so first trade today was here in ISEE. I see. You can see it's making a nice move here up towards like the 1350. So I'm watching it and seeing if it can get a move higher up towards that. And I see it starting to hang on there. So I go ahead and get it started here. Short 100 shares at 1343. And if it runs up through that 50 now, go ahead and look to add in some more. So waiting to see if this thing can move up a bit higher now. And we'll see what it does. So it's just kind of hanging here right around the 40s, right around my entry initially. Now it's pushing back up towards 50. There's 50, making a nice move up through there. So looking for a spot to add in here. I'm going to go ahead and add in another 100 shares there at 1378. So I now have 200 shares short at 1361, which is pretty decent, but I then screwed up from here. This thing was so back and forth and spready that instead of using my hot buttons, I should have been using a limit here for my covers. So you're going to see what happens here. I'm watching to see if it can come back down through 1350 to go ahead and take 75% if it gets back down through 1350. So I'm watching it here and it gets under there, but then it immediately shoots back up and I get to fill at 64, which is above my average. So that means that's a realized loss there. So that's not really what I was looking for. I should have had the limit order set. That's nobody but me, but now if we can just get these remaining 50 down through 1340, I'll take that and at least get it to green on the trade. But screwed that one up a bit, so it is what it is here. Could have definitely done much better on this one overall, but still was in pretty small size. So there it comes down below 1340, and I'm going to go ahead and cover that one out for $5. So bit of a frustrating start today, but like I said, getting used to the new setup and everything, and we're going to work out the kinks as I go this week and hopefully get better. So later on in the morning was Tesla, and I was watching the options here, and I don't yet have it set up to show you guys my options part of the screen, but I am going to go ahead and take a 275 call here at 320 on the premium. So I'm in a 275 call at 320, and I put an order out here at 345 just in case it jumps up real quickly for a quick $25 scalp there. But what it ends up doing is basically nothing. So for about the next 15 minutes, this thing goes dead sideways, a little bit down. So it's coming back up, and I decide to adjust my order out now to 325 just because at this point I just want to get out of it. And if it's going to let me get out with another $5 and not be a losing trade, I will gladly take that and move on. So just waiting to see if it can push up slightly higher here and get me that fill at 325 on the premium. And there it is, all out. Another $5 win for a grand total of $10 now on the trade on the day with that Tesla option. So finally, later on in the morning, it's ISEE, ISEE. So I'm watching this one again here. It's made a nice bigger move up through the previous highs of the morning after a nice big curl there. So now I'm watching it as it's pushing up towards the 1550 level. See if it can get up closer to that and see if I can get an entry here just below 1550. Kind of working off the same theory as earlier, except this time off of the $0.50 mark here on ISEE. So watching it here, we're in the 30s. Can we push up into the 40s and see what it looks like once we get up into the 1340s and push towards that 1350? Here comes the 1340s, and it hangs here. So I go ahead and get short 100 shares at 1545. And like I said, just like before, if it goes up through 1550 nicely here, I will be willing to add in and take this one off. But if it wants to just fade off, it'll just be another smaller win, but hopefully not screw up the order entry this time. So I'm going to go ahead and get a limit order ready rightfully this time, and if we get down below 1520, I'm going to click the button and just take this whole thing off and kind of call it a day, move on. It's the day after the long 3-day weekend, getting adjusted to my new setup here, so I'm just going to take another small win and move on if I can, and we'll see what happens. So it's coming down here into the 1320s. Can it get below 1320 before I click that limit order and try and get a fill here? So kind of hanging out in the mid 1320s here. 1326, 1325, there's 23, 24, 23. Can it get below 1320? 21, there's below. I click the button. I get the fill at 15.19, so 1 cent better than 15.20, and I'm all out of that one for $26 and $31 overall in ISEE. So that's going to do it for me. Basically just an adjustment today, an adjustment day today, getting used to how everything looks, how everything works, adjusting my eyes, making sure everything is set up and working correctly. Like I said, hopefully the video is okay, but if not, I will continue to work on that as I go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned Thursday. Stay tuned Thursday for the awesome video coming up about the setup. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you later.